Hello everyone, this is Swati, and in this video I'm going to tell you how to make a multimedia lesson plan. So if you are in your B.Ed session or if you want to teach your students through a multimedia lesson plan, this video is surely going to help you a lot. So this media I have made is specifically for English subject, which is the topic that I have made here is from 11th standard, which is a poem. But if you want to make a lesson plan for another subject other than English, you can follow this media plan as well, because the format is not going to change. The format is going to be same. So let's get further into the video. Before starting any media plan or any lesson plan, you have to know that it is very important to add on a specific objectives in your lesson plan. Why it is important? Because after you complete your teaching, you have to know that what students have grasped out of the lesson. So after the completion of the lesson, the students will be able to, we have to add on three factors here, which is knowledge, understanding, and application, wherein we have to add on what students are going to grasp after the lesson. So the students will be able to recall the works of the Shakespeare, because this poem is taken from a Shakespeare which is added in our CBSE syllabus in 11th standard. So I have taken that topic. So it should be specific objectives should be related to your topic. Another knowledge, another aspect, another object of your knowledge would be list down the works of the Shakespeare. Now in understanding, the students will be able to explain the text in their own words. The students will be able to summarize the text in their own words, and in application part, the student will be able to predict the next scenario in the poem. Okay, after that we have to add on the teaching aids. What teaching aids are you going to use? In general, you're going to use smartboard, blackboard, green board, whiteboard, marker, duster, etc. And in specific, the specific teaching aids would be related to your topic, which wherein I have taken here a picture of Shakespeare, its book, the Shakespeare's book, the Shakespeare's poem, audio for accurate pronunciation, and photos of words to understand the meaning, right? Next, we have to add on a slide which says the previous knowledge testing. Here, pupil teachers activity would be questioning to the students, and students will be answering to the questions. So for example, I have before introducing my topic, I have started with asking question and getting the knowledge that what students already know about the previous about the topic previously, right? So we have to start like this: name few English writers, and students will be answering the question. If they know, in 11th standard, they must be knowing some few English writers. If you get answer about William Shakespeare, you can move forward, that you can ask next question, that tell me some of his famous works, wherein they can tell you about his famous work, for example Julius Caesar, Romeo Juliet, and the Tempest, etc. And then you can followed by, so you ever heard or read any of his poem, and you might be getting varied responses. Some students will be saying yes, they have heard, some students will be saying no, we haven't, and some students won't say anything. So then you have to move further. Okay, so here, when you are asking the first question about the English writers, if you get an idea, if you get an answer about the William Shakespeare from students, that's okay, you can move forward. If you're not getting any answer about William Shakespeare, you can simply introduce William Shakespeare as he's the first famous writer, and we cannot forget him at all when we are talking about English writers, right? You can move forward like that. Next slide would be your announcement of the topic. So you would be announcing like, today we are going to read a poem written by Shakespeare, one of his most eminent sonnet, which is Let Me Not to the Marriage of True Mind. So while introducing the topic name, you have to write it down on your board, and you can move further. This is the slide about the sonnet, which is 116, Let Me Not to the Marriage of True Minds. The next slide would be the poem. You can simply read the poem to the students, and you can meanwhile you can also explain the poem line wise or word by word to the students. So let me read it out to you. Let me not to the marriage of true minds amid impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bend with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken. It is the star of every wandering bark, whose words unknown, although his heights be taken, loves not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks. Within his bending sickle's compass, come, who love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bear it out even to edge of doom. If this be error and upon me proved, I never read, nor no man ever loved. This is how you can read the whole poem and you can explain it line wise to the students, because it is very important to explain the whole concept that you're teaching them. Okay. Next slide would be pronunciation of the difficult words. Here you can take few words which you find difficult to pronounce. So here I have taken and few words, and you can add on the pronunciations which is spoken by you yourself. So here, as you can see, compass, I have spoken the whole word in this voice, if you can see, like that. And next word is edge. I have added on a pronunciation for edge itself beforehand. Okay, for the edge, right? Next slide would be of your word meanings. So we have to take few words done to the students, and you can give the meaning. You can also add on few pictures about it. Then you have to add on comprehension question, which is very very important to know about what the students has grasped out of this lesson, because here the lesson would be end, and you have to ask the questions, and you can take 3 to 4 questions out of the lesson wherein you can expect the students might be answering them. And then you have to add on the appreciation of the poem, wherein you can add rhyme scheme, you can add literary devices if the poem has any. So here I have add on rhyme scheme of the poem, which is A B C D C D E F E F and G G. You can also explain why it is there, because the rhyme scheme, we can simply tell them the rhyming words and they will understand it. Then we have to generalize our whole lesson, our whole class to the students. In the poem, generally we generalize by telling them the theme of the poem. So far we have understood the most beautiful and love poem of Shakespeare, which summarizes that love never changes, and if it does, it was not true or real in first place. So this is how you can end your lesson and your chapter to the students after generalization, and you can add on your thank you slide at the end. So this was it about the multimedia lesson plan. Let me know if you like it. Thank you so much.